Hi guys, today's video for health is just a review. So this is a good review for your quiz and you will be taking your quiz today. If you don't know your tooth, we'll do this first because if you don't know your tooth, I would just rewatch this again until you learn the parts of the tooth. Because this is very important and it's especially important for your quiz and your chest. So let's look at the tooth. We have the different parts of the tooth. The two main parts, the part you can see, these are your, what is this? Yes, these are your crown, and then the part below the gum, this is your root. So you have the crown and the root. Now, we have this layer on the outside. What is this? The hardest substance in the body, it is enamel. Then on the inside, right underneath your enamel, you have the part that gives it its shape. What is this that gives it the tooth its shape? This is your dentin. And now we have in the center with the blood vessels and the nerves. This is your pulp. Your pulp. Then we have at the bottom, at the root, we have the thin layer that keeps it connected to the body, or keeps it, I don't want to say the word, but cemented in place. It is your cementum. This right here is your jawbone and your blood supply. And then this is your cementum. And then this out here, this is your periodontal membrane. Your periodontal membrane. And this is what can separate the tooth from the jawbone. If you don't know those, make sure you study those and learn the different parts of the teeth. Now, I have some questions for you. What is this digestive juice in your mouth? It is your saliva. Sometimes you might feel that when someone talks about a delicious cookie, a delicious warm homemade baked cookie, or maybe they talk about a big juicy steak. And all of a sudden you say, I can feel my mouth watering. Yeah, your saliva, your digestive juice in your mouth is getting ready to break all that down. That's gross, huh? Now, we talked about the structure of a tooth. So, what is the hardest substance in the body? This is your enamel. Your enamel is the hardest substance in the body and it covers the outside of the tooth. What is the inner part of the tooth that contains the blood vessels and the nerves? This is your pulp. What is the hard bone-like tissue that forms and shapes the tooth? The hard bone-like tissue that forms and shapes the tooth. Yeah, that's your dentin, the shape of the tooth. The part that holds the tooth firmly together is your cementum. And then the layer of tissue between cementum and your jawbone. Yes, it is your periodontal membrane. All right, so we talked about the digestive juices in the mouth. That's your saliva. Now, we talked about the sticky, colorless material in your mouth that's harmful. What is that called? Harmful bacteria that's sticky. It is plaque. Now, plaque changes sugar into what? Plaque changes your sugar into acid. And then the wearing away of your teeth, what's the wearing of your teeth? This is your dental caries or cavities. When is the best time to eat sugar-rich foods? At meal times is correct. Right at meal times because you already had the saliva in your mouth, so it's already breaking down. If you have it in the middle of the day, it's not as good as just having it with the rest of your food. Oh my goodness. So what is saliva? Saliva is a digestive juice in the mouth. What about enamel? The hardest substance in the body. What about dentin? The hard bone-like substance that gives the tooth its shape. And plaque, That's a sticky, colorless film of harmful bacteria. What part of the tooth has the nerves and the blood vessels? Yeah, that's your pulp. What covers the root of a tooth? The cementum is what covers it and keeps it in place. What connects the root of a tooth to the jawbone? The periodontal membrane. And what is sugar changed to when it is broken down by plaque? It's changed to acid. When is the best time to eat sugar-rich foods? At meal times. That's correct. Let's see. Oh yeah, so you know the parts of your tooth. When should you brush your teeth? It's important to brush your teeth as soon as possible after you eat. So as soon as you eat, brush those teeth, and then also at nighttime, right at nighttime, because your body needs the extra help. When are plaque-producing bacteria the most active? Plaque-producing bacteria are the most active during the night, and that's why it's important to brush your teeth at night and also right after you eat. What do we call bad-smelling breath? Halitosis is bad-smelling breath. How often should you floss your teeth? At least once a day is correct. All right. What about a hard... Oh, we didn't talk about that yet, I don't think. Or did we? Sorry, guys. Sorry, folks. No, we have not talked about that yet. Okay, so what I want you to do right now is look at your quiz. Quiz 6. Quiz 6. Let me see. It says, okay, matching. Match the description with the correct term. Read those carefully. Section 2, just write true or false. And section 3, label the parts of the tooth. Now, I will give you a hint just in case you have a hard time. Section 3, on the left side, the first one is is pointing to the blood vessels and things. But the one underneath it, that's the trickiest one, I think. That is, they're asking what is this, on the left side, the next one they're asking what is this thin layer right here that, this thin layer that holds a tooth firmly in place. On the right side, the first one is this part, the outside. The second one underneath it is this one. And then the third one is talking about this part that separates the root from the jawbone. I know that's tricky to tell by that because it just looks like a bunch of layers and it's not colored, so that's why I was trying to help you. Do your best, and I hope you do well in your quiz.